TV.
Focused on quality and convenience, there isn't much you won't find at Marie's Mini Mart. Home-style breads, sandwiches, plus a variety of artisan breads and delicious single-serve desserts available exclusively at our Frecker Drive location. Marie's Mini Mart, with 25 locations wherever you go, there we are.
Hello, I'm Lloydetta Quaicoe, and a warm welcome to Sharing Our Cultures. Today we'll meet Joy, who will share her experiences of being in Newfoundland and Labrador. And Sharing Our Cultures will be right back. Welcome back to Sharing Our Cultures, and I'm so delighted to have Joy with me today because it's been over a year since we've been trying to get together to have this conversation. So welcome to Sharing Our Cultures, Joy.
Thank you so much. I'm happy to be here, by the way.
Yes, and I'm happy that you could make it. Take time out of your busy schedule to be here. And I want to say congratulations. I'd wanted to say this a year ago because you, out of the 350 nominations, you were one of 20 chosen as the Black Change Maker by CBC. And congratulations for that. And it means you're a real change maker and you've been doing a lot. So you'll tell us a little bit more about that. And yeah, so what was the main reason why you were chosen?
So I guess it's for the work that I've been doing in the community. Okay. You know, since I came into Canada, I've been, based on my experience, right? So I've tried to also help other immigrants, not just come into Canada, but also integrate into the society and, you know, just get over some of the difficulties that immigrants usually would encounter when they go to a new country. So it's just me extending helping hands here and there. So I guess that's why I got nominated.
And you got chosen, so
yeah.
You must have seen that that was, you know, a very good way of blending into the community because you came here newly and then you found your feet. So tell us about that experience of coming here when you arrived.
You know, well, it's a story I love to share because I think it just encourages someone. So I shared the story when, you know, CBC came to do the interview then. I came in 2018, May to be precise, and I was 4 or 5 months old pregnant. I left my 1-year-old daughter and my 2.5 years old son with my husband back in Nigeria, thousands of miles away, and then, you know, and I landed in Canada to Newfoundland to start a PhD program in marine biology. So it was very challenging. I mean, I didn't know what issue to deal with first. The fact that, you know, I had young kids that I left back home, my husband not being here with me since we got married, he's always been there with me. So, and then coming into Canada or into Newfoundland where I didn't know anyone. So it was really challenging. And then pregnant, like it was a whole lot of drama. But a day at a time did it for me. And I think that was the point I started to realize how important it is for support here and there. I mean, there are supports in Newfoundland, but can it ever be enough? Mm-hmm. I guess not. Because we have more immigrants coming in every day with different kinds of challenges or, you know, difficult situation and all of that. So in my own way, I decided to start, you know, helping immigrants. In fact, recently we've had a large number of immigrants coming in, either as students, either as permanent residents, and they don't have a place to stay. Now, because of my experience, I've had people stay over in my house. I don't know them from anywhere, but I know they are immigrants and they are looking for help. Maybe people I come in contact with on social media. I have this social media platform where people reach out to me and say, oh, I'm coming to Newfoundland and I've searched and searched. I can't find a house. I'm stranded. we can't even get an Airbnb, we can't get a hotel. And I'm like, I'm not gonna watch them live outside. So it's, my experience is what has shaped me to become this way. And it's the work that I've been doing that has, led to the nomination and up until where I am right now. So,
well, from what just a little bit you've shared, you're so deserving of that, because opening up your home or helping someone that you don't know at all, to be able to help them feel at home here or feel comfortable here or get a place here, I think that's something really remarkable.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it has turned into a whole movement, because when I started, I was doing it by myself. In fact, when they are coming, I have to find out, what country is this person coming from? And then I find a meal from that country. For example, someone is coming from Nigeria. I try to make them jollof rice and chicken, because I just want them to have like a soft landing, because that was something I did not get, and I really want every immigrant coming to Newfoundland, so long as I'm in Newfoundland, to have the experience. Well, I'm not going to be able to reach out to all the immigrants, but the ones who I'm able to connect with. And then in my church as well, I attend Christian Missionary Fellowship International. We started this group, Welcome Team, and it was as a result of the work I was doing. So I was able to, put people together, and we spoke to the pastor, and then we started this group in church where at least we're able to reach a large number of people better than I was doing. But I still do what I do, but then there's also this large, group that is also doing the same thing. And it's been very impactful. You won't believe the number of immigrants who come in here and who are stranded because of the whole housing issues and, every other, even the movements. The bus system is not the most fantastic in Newfoundland. So,
So this group that you have, they reach out to people who you get to know through your platform?
Yeah, so either they reach out to us through my platform or through any other member in the church, or through, it can even be someone who is not a member. So long as you're new immigrants, we are always open to help, right? It can also be through the church's website, but it's just something we are, pushing out for people to know that there is support here and there is help here, especially for people who are just landing.
Yeah, that's really important, because especially when you're coming to a new country and you do not know anybody, and you do not know the culture, it is important for you to at least make some connections, build some network as well.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
I agree. One of the best ways people can integrate is if they find that culture they've left. If they are able to find it here, they are able to integrate faster, and then even integrate way beyond that culture to the culture of the land where they have just come to, right? So
that's true. Now, and you're also helping students who want to come in to study. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so in fact, I started a full-fledged, organization from just helping people get into students, basically, who are looking to get further education in Canada. So when I came in, I got a full funding. Like, I came in on scholarship. I got a full funding to come in here. So people from my country are really smart. They don't get all the help they deserve or that they need. And so I know that if I'm able to provide people with information as to how they can get the scholarships, because the scholarships are available, but maybe a lot of people are not aware. So when I came in here, that was one of the things that I started to do, to, share information based on my experience. So I now know how to, position well for the scholarship. So I started to mentor people, share my story, share resources, and then a lot of testimonies have come out of it, right? So what we went to do, so I teamed up with other international students who have, who now live in Canada. We came together and decided to talk to schools. And then currently we have over 70 partner schools across Canada. Okay. And what we help them to do is just to recruit international students from, regions where there are minority in Canada. So places like Africa, Nigeria, Ghana, Sierra Leone, Kenya, so places like that. So we help them to source students who are really good, and then they come into the country to study.
So these universities actually trusted you to help them bring in international students.
Absolutely, yeah.
Over 70, that's amazing.
Yeah, all over Canada. Recently, I signed up a partnership with Kane College to also bring in students, and you know, this is just a month ago. I think that's the newest contract that I have with the school. So yeah, it takes for them to trust you, see the work you've done in the past, for them to, you know, have this contract with you.
So what's the process for getting this contract?
Well, again, your results will speak for you, right? Because I believe that a lot of people will be reaching out to them to also get this contract with them. But of course, they want to see the quality of work. They want to see they want to know what your integrity is. I put that in quotes. So yes, it's a matter of integrity, trust, because there are a lot of people who just want to reap this international students or immigrants, which is something I know that Canada is not, the Canadian immigration is fighting against, you know, people who reap international students, people who reap immigrants or prospective immigrants who want to come into the country. A lot of things are happening, you know, when some people just really want to come into Canada, and then there are this other set of people who are taking advantage of it and all of that. And that's why you have all the immigration consultants in Canada being regulated. That's the regulated Canadian immigration consultant, which, by the way, I'm enrolled into, and I'm enrolled into the college. I'm hoping to get my license as a practicing regulated Canadian immigration consultant, hopefully before the year runs out.
Well, good.
So that would help the work that I do.
Yeah. Well, congratulations. That's great, because we'll need someone like you. So it meant that all this time you were just doing it just out of the goodness of your heart for everyone.
Yeah, I was just doing it, not charging any student or anyone a dime, just doing it from, like you said, the goodness of my heart. That's all it started, and then you know, blossom into this thing where, of course, as an immigration consultant, I'll be able to put a price for my services. But yeah,
and maybe probably expand and do more.
My goodness, I have fantastic plans, ideas, and I'm really hoping that I can get in touch with the provincial government as well to discuss some of those opportunities with them, right? Because at the end of the day, they need to see these things from the perspective of the immigrants themselves, right? To be able to make policies, decisions that would help those immigrants integrate into the society. So yeah.
So we're going to take a short break, and then we'll get back to you for more of that information you're telling us about.
Yeah.
And Sharing Our Cultures will be right back after these messages.
Your opinion matters, and we want to hear from you. Get in touch with us using our viewer feedback line, your direct connection to shaping the shows you love. It's easy. Just grab your phone, scan the QR code on your screen, and take our quick survey. Share your thoughts, and let's make your viewing experience even better.
Welcome back to Sharing Our Cultures as we continue our conversation with Joy. All right, now you came into Newfoundland, Labrador to study. So how did you decide on this province, and what was the process that made that possible for you to come?
Okay, so I mentioned earlier that I came in here on a fully funded scholarship. So to do that, you want to reach out to a professor first, and based on the research plan that you have, the professor may or may not accept you as a student, right? So I reached out to a lot of professors, and when I landed, my current professor, his name is Dr. Javier Santander, and I'll just give a shout out to him just in case he's going to watch this interview. So he accepted me into his lab, and I find his area of research really interesting. So he's a professor in fish in bacterial pathogenesis and fish vaccinology, and he's really good. He's from Chile, so you know what it means for a Chile professor to you know, have a job here in Canada, where I mean, it's not easy to get to that stage, but he did get to that stage. He's a really smart professor, so I know that there was a lot for me to learn from him, and then I chased it fully. So we had I had an interview with him, And one thing led to the other. I applied for the admission, got the admission, and processed my visa. And here I am.
And the rest is history, they say. So did you only apply to professors in Newfoundland, Labrador, or did you apply other parts of Canada, other parts of the world?
I applied to so many schools. I applied both within and outside Canada. So I applied to other schools in Canada as well. But also you want to just stick with the professors who are in your field, right? So again, you don't have so much professors in the research that I was looking to go to. So I had like really limited number of professors to consider, but I did reach out to almost all of them. And then my professor was one who, reached out to me and said, okay, fine, let's work together. I got admission in the UK, I got admission in the US and all of that, but it didn't come with like enough funds to cover me for the entire program. So I ended up with Canada.
Okay, and here you are in Newfoundland, Labrador. So explain to us about your research. I'm not sure whether you started part of this in Nigeria prior to coming, whether you did that in your master's program and then you are now pursuing your doctoral program in that, or where was this research at the point when you came here?
So all through my post-secondary school, my background has been fisheries biology and aquaculture. Fisheries biology management for my master's. My first degree was fisheries and aquaculture. My second degree was fisheries biology and management. And then the next level for me was a PhD, because back home I was working as a lecturer in the Federal University back home. So for you to move to the next level of your career, you had to get a PhD. So that was how I got to this point. So all my background has been around fisheries, aquaculture. And then when I came in here, it was a PhD in marine biology. And so that took me into bacterial pathogenesis, which is the study of bacterial diseases. And it's a crucial issue for the Canadian aquaculture industry. So I was glad to be working in that area, right? Because that's one of the challenges that faces a lot of farmers in North America, right? Trying to develop every day you have new diseases come up. Every day new diseases come up, right? And then you have to keep improving on the vaccination, on the vaccine strategy, and all of that. So my research is centered around the pathogenesis, vaccine development of vaccine for the aquaculture industry. And I'm using a contemporary technique. It's called reverse vaccinology. So it's different from the traditional vaccine preparation that we used to have in many years ago. So this is very, like I said, very contemporary, still developing, but we're getting better at it. And
so how would you say it's different from the old ways? What's this new technology?
Because this has a lot of, the world is digitizing, so we're trying to digitize everything. So it also happens in vaccine, where you're not trying to use the pathogen to produce the vaccine, but you're using the information that has been processed about the pathogen, the genetic information that we now know that is on the computer. So you're using it to select vaccine candidates, and you're synthesizing them, and then you're putting it in the animal. So it's a faster and easier way to get things done, basically. That's the same technique we use that was used to make the COVID vaccine. So we're also applying that to every other industry, right? So
in the aqua industry now, we're thinking, because the fisheries is very important to not only Canada, but Newfoundland, Labrador.
Yeah.
So this is the area in which you're working.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So it's part of your research, but you're also employed in that?
So I have a job now. I work with the Department of Fisheries and Ocean, and part of what I do is policy and economics. So basically a bridge between science and policy. You want to be sure that those results that you're getting from science is reflecting in the policies that we are making. So I absolutely love my job, because it kind of brings me a bit out of the lab and then into, policy, strategy, planning, coordination, and all of that.
Okay. So how has your training prepared you for what you're doing here with the Department?
So it did prepare. I mean, a PhD prepares you for anything in the world. I feel like if you go through a PhD, it prepares you for anything because you have planning, you have a lot of strategizing, even in your lab work. I mean, it's a 4 to 7 years program. So there's a whole lot, and it definitely does prepare you for any kind of industry. You know, you have to be proactive even in the way that you think, solve problem, your critical and analytical thinking, very crucial too. In fact, when they looked at my CV and they were going to recruit me for this job, the manager who hired me was super impressed, and she said, "Oh, this is the person I'm looking for. You have this background, and you know, it all adds up together." And also because of the work that I've been doing with the students, so there's a lot of strategical stuff that I've done, so it all adds up at the end of the yeah.
Okay, well that's really good. Okay, so you're doing all of this work, and you're a mother. Okay, so when did your children and husband join you then? Because when you first came, you were expecting your third child, and you were balancing everything.
Yeah, so you know, when I just got in here, I had to start school immediately. Again, I came in with scholarship, so I couldn't take any time off, because taking time off means putting a pause on my scholarship. So I had to keep going to school, had my baby, keep going and all of that. Thank God for the community again. I'm back to my community, my church community. They were really supportive because it was so hard. Getting your newborn into a daycare so you can keep going to school is almost impossible. So thankful for this community. I got help from, you know, some of the other immigrants who had their parents here, who were helping them to babysit their children. So I took my baby there, and then I continued going to school. I didn't explore the mat leave route because, like I said, it was scholarship, and I don't think that scholarship was eligible for the mat leave route. So it took 10 to 11 months for my husband and children to get their visas processed. So within that 10, 11 months, I already had this other baby, and it was myself and my new baby. I think she was like she was over 5 months before my husband and other kids came in. And when they came in, they didn't even remember who I was because they were so little when I left. So it broke my heart, but I'm glad that, you know, that all those time it's over. But yeah, that speaks to how long it takes for some of the immigrants to reunite with their families when they come to Canada. The immigration process in Canada is so long, and sometimes it can be very frustrating. The paperwork you have to do. I mean, a family member is already in Canada, and you're just trying to get your young children and your husband, and it's taking all of this time. Thankfully, I reached out to the member of parliament then. I think that was Reagan, and he was very helpful. Like, it was almost after it was like immediately after he reached out to them, you know, and things started to roll. Okay. So yeah.
So you've got a lot of experience under your belt. So
you see why I'm passionate about immigration. It's not just
because some of the challenges that you faced, you now have the experience. You now know what to do. You now have the process that you can walk someone else through that.
Absolutely.
And you know, help them.
Yeah. When I meet new immigrants and they are, you know, lamenting and complaining about how they are here without their family, I'm able to relate. I'm able to empathize with them because it's something that I went through as well. And I'm able to also offer them support or any kind of help that sometimes I say, oh, go to the member of parliament. They might be able to help you to fast track things and check out your application. Do you have any mistakes in them and stuff like that? And
and that's what they need, is the support and where to get it. Because if they don't know where to go, like if you just knew and you don't know where to go, where do you go, right?
And it's sad because you have some of this support, but I don't think they are using the right people. So, for example, Memorial University, you have the international office, which is supposed to help immigrants. But then when I look at the people occupying the office, I'm asking, what experience do they have? Are they able to help this immigrant? I tried to reach out to the office in my case, but they were not so helpful. And then I just had to go off on my own and figure out how to solve my problem. So I think, I don't know who has to pay attention to that, but
we've got to get a committee together and figure
Absolutely.
out. And your new job, once you get that course taken and ready to go and have you, we look forward to that.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much. You've done so much for our community, and we appreciate that. And I know many more who haven't even come to Canada yet are going to benefit from your experience, your skills, your training. So thank you so much, and I'm so glad we had this conversation. It's been worth it.
Thank you for having me on your show.
You're very welcome. And Sharing Our Cultures will be right back. Thanks to Joy for sharing her experiences with us, and thanks to you for watching. Join us again next time for more remarkable stories on Sharing Our Cultures.
If you want convenience, Marie's Mini Mart is here for you. A one-stop shop for a variety of products, home-style breads, sandwiches, plus check out our freshly baked artisan breads and single-serve desserts exclusively at our in-store bakery on Frecker Drive. With 25 locations, wherever you go, there we are.
At Sharing Our Cultures, our programs, projects, and events focus on engaging school children and youth from diverse cultural backgrounds as they integrate into the society in Newfoundland and Labrador. We connect them with the locals and community partners for opportunities to improve their socio-cultural and employability skills, and most importantly, to make new friends. We invite you to learn more about Sharing Our Cultures on our website, YouTube channel, and social media platforms.
We want to hear from you. Provide feedback on this show or find out how you can get involved. Call, email us, or scan the QR code to take our quick survey.
For 25 years, you've been helping to make our roads safer by doing the right thing. You've been the designated driver, you've stayed over, called home, you've called a cab or a friend, and planned ahead. Let's keep doing the right thing. Support sober driving by getting yourself and your friends home safely.
Do the right thing.
Visit ArriveAlive.org to find out more. Arrive Alive. Drive sober.
You're watching an interesting local show on Rogers TV and you want to know more. That's when you head to RogersTV.com.